A possessed girl, after a Ouija board session, brings with her an evil power. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing 30 Coins, Episode 2, Ouija. This episode starts right out at the Vatican. A priest comes in and starts talking to the Pope about Manuel. And the Pope contemplates what his next move is going to be in this as they're talking. So we really get the sense that this is bigger than what the town is dealing with. And we end up seeing Elena spend some time with a friend whose name I can't pronounce, unfortunately. It's Roque, Roe, maybe? I probably butchered that. A man who originally ran against Paco in the previous election. So he's basically the guy that Paco ran against, and that you can see some tension between him and Paco later on in the episode. Excuse me. And then we end up getting a group of teens who meet up in a cemetery, and they start to do a Ouija board seance. Now, what could go wrong with that, right? I mean, dealing with any kind of Ouija board stuff is absolutely crazy. And guess what? One of them goes missing after they contact the spirit of Giacomo. And we end up finding out later on more about Giacomo. Because we did see a little bit about that in episode 1. And then they end up getting the police involved because there's a girl missing, and the police question all the teens, and they all have the same statement basically of where they were playing around and she just vanished, and the cops end up finding out that they were drinking and doing other stuff as well while they were messing around with the Ouija board. And, so everybody's, frantic about trying to find this girl. This episode really is all about finding this girl and what happens afterwards. And Elena and Ro learn about Giacomo's name, and she ends up doing a research on it and finds out that's the same person that Manuel exorcised in the past. So it brings it right back to his past again, and she's super suspicious of Manuel. She doesn't like him. It's not that she don't like him, I guess. It's the fact that she knows he's hiding stuff, and she wants to know what's going on. And she keeps dragging Paco into all of this, and she drags her her friend into it as well. But Elena eventually befriends one of the teens, and you get to learn more about Elena's past as well, which I thought was very interesting because I'm not sure if it's going to lead into anything or if she was just talking about it to get the girl to open up and talk to her about what happened at the cemetery. And we end up seeing the missing girl, Soul, when she ends up returning, she immediately goes to see Manuel and delivers a message to him. And that's where things kind of get really, really interesting. Because she's like, I don't actually want to be here, but I have a message for you. And he's all like, oh, what? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like, oh my God. Dude, it's great. Dude, this show is really good. And this is where the town and stuff and things that happen kind of amp up in this. We see 2 incidences occur because of this girl, Soul, Sole. So again, I apologize if I'm butchering these names because I'm sure I am. And it really kind of scares people because everybody's on edge from what happened during the previous episode, and they're still actually dealing with the aftermath of all of that. And now they've got something new to deal with. And you get to see, 2 incidences happen, and, as Elena's running around trying to find out what's going on, both Paco and Manuel discuss what all of this means for their town, and Paco's really trying to figure things out. And of course, Paco's wife doesn't like Manuel. And Manuel, I apologize, I'm butchering these names. And so she kind of wants him run out, and you get to kind of see that towards the end of the episode. And really, like, this whole episode is a slow burn. It's really good though. But Manuel and Sol end up going to Elena's house, and of course they're searching for what was stolen, and this whole thing really ends up culminating into a really good CGI moment. And actually, this picture is taken from that. And dude, that whole part was really good when Elena ends up coming back to the house. And the episode, I thought, like, this part was really interesting because we end up going back to the hospital and seeing Antonio, and that's where the episode ends. So there's like a huge mystery going on here, and they're showing a little more each episode. So I thought this was really good. There was a really good, again, the CGI moment was really good. The rest of the effects are mostly practical. I mean, honestly, there really aren't any like effects to really talk about, because it's all practical. They go through their stuff, and they're just running around from place to place trying to figure out what's going on. The music, again, though, is extremely good in this. It's really helping build the atmosphere for each of these episodes, and this show is just continuously building up that atmosphere, and it has a lot of atmosphere to it. I thought this was, again, a good episode. It's toned down from episode 1 and everything that happened in it, because, again, they're dealing with everything that happened in episode 1, because this town's never had to deal with anything like this before. So I thought that was good, to slow down a little bit, tone it back, but you still had the effect, though, of like kind of like the creepy factor and that vibe, because of the atmosphere that it's been building, and the music helps with that, again, like, a lot. This episode wasn't perfect, though. There were a couple of things, that you can kind of see, but it does stick with everything that's happening and from the first episode, and I still thought it was good. I would at least give it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, this episode was, again, good. I can't wait to see the next episode, which I believe comes out on Monday. So if you guys like what I do, please hit the like button down below, and also subscribe, as I'll be doing more content each week. I try to do at least a video or two a day. So, subscribe, please, and let me know what you thought about this episode, too. Just leave a comment down below. Take care for now, everybody.